Hey guys, Don Keating here, Donnyboy8. I just wanted to go over some more advanced strategies or secrets with BitConnect, how to lend and how to move money around and different things that, it's not, once you get into it, then this would be the next step of how to learn how to do some of these things, but these are more, like I said, advanced tips or secrets, however you want to call them. First off, if as your money is getting paid to you, it's showing up in the lending wallet here, you really don't want to leave it in the lending wallet unless you're expecting a downturn in the market itself. Because in the lending wallet, it's just sitting there. It doesn't grow or go up or down with the value of the coins or Bitcoin or anything. So usually I'll move it over into BitConnect coins. I kind of watch the value of the BitConnect coins. If it's super high, then maybe I'll leave it over here for a few days, but you just can't guess how these are going to move, or Bitcoin either. But I wouldn't leave it in here too long with the way that the markets have been going. I usually will hold coins either in the BitConnect wallet or I'll hold coins in Bitcoin. And if I hold coins in Bitcoin, I'll only leave a small amount here. Most of it's in my main wallet, so I'll move it over into one of these and either out or keep it in here. So just a more of an advanced. You don't want to leave it in lending wallet because you're missing out on the coin growth that way. You're better off having it in one of the coins if you think that they're going to go up. If you think that they're going to tank, then you're better off keeping it in your dollar lending wallet, and when the coins do go down, you can move the money over from the lending and buy the coins at a cheaper rate, hopefully. But you never really know what's going to happen with these. The next tip or secret is how to actually do the reinvestments. I know many of you have this. If you don't, you can email me and request it. donkeat@gmail.com. But this is just one of the BitConnect spreadsheets that we use. It seems complicated, but all the blue can be changed. So you'd want to put your initial investment in. Let's just say you started it today when I'm doing the video here. Alright, so if you started, I have it put in at 1,010, and I have the interest rate here at 0.9, which is pretty stable for this. Now this will automatically calculate any kind of bonus interest rates or anything like that as you keep moving up into the different tiers. Let me just see. Sorry, I wanted to show you this one. A lot of people come in here and they think BitConnect, well, I'll put in my 5 or 10,000 and I'll just take out all the interest that I get paid every day until I'm paid back, and then I'll let it grow. But there's a more advanced technique. It's actually somebody on my team that had really come up with it or used it first, and it's basically the 60-60 rule. The best way to get your most bang out of your buck if you wanted to withdraw is to start your account and let it increase and reinvest 100% of the money for the first 60 days. So in this account, in this example, if you had 1,010, I'm just putting a rate in there of 0.9, you would reinvest 100% of it. Let me just see. I wanted to change this. So you'd reinvest every single day. So every time you had over $10, it would reinvest. So that's what this is saying. You put in 1,010, you get 90% at 0.9%. You're getting $10.10 per day in daily interest. So it's able to reinvest every day. So after 60 days of reinvesting 100%, you now have, of your initial $1,010, after 60 days, you can see here, you now have $1,780, paying out $17.03 per day. So if you did want to do this, you can stop to reinvest here, and what that would do is automatically going to be paying you almost double of what you would have made on the first day. If you just started to if you started to withdraw immediately, you'd only be making $10.10 a day. But if you let it in here for 60 days and you started to withdraw, then you'd be making $17.03. So what the best way to do it is leave it in 60 days, withdraw 60 days. Reinvest 100% 60 days, withdraw 60 days. And this way here, you're getting some of your initial capital back if you're worried about the system or anything that's going on, but you're also able to take advantage of the compounding interest. That's the whole point of these lending programs, you know. So that's one of the more advanced ways to do it. The other main secret or tip is, in the beginning, you're going to want to reinvest every day. So you know, if you started with $100 or $200 or whatever, you know, you're making a few dollars a day, you want to reinvest as soon as you get up to $10 to be able to reinvest. You want to do that. That's going to help you grow your account, because that $10 is going to move over into your active investments. Yes, I mean, I realize that all these little investments are separate, so you know, you're reinvesting $10. It's going to be held up into the company for 279 days, so it's a long time, but it's only in the beginning to let you grow up. So as you're doing that, you know, what I usually tell people is one of the more secrets is, if you start with a small amount, you want to reinvest every day. But then when your daily interest starts to grow, you know, it takes a bit when it's a lower amount to start. So now it won't be a while until you're making about, when you're initially making around $100 a day or $90 to $100 per day, then you want to stop doing the daily reinvest, and you're going to want to wait. So when you get up, if you start with $100 and you're reinvesting 100%, depending on what version you're doing and what the actual interest rate is, but if it's 0.9, you know, around a year and a half, you're going to be up to around $90 or $100 a day. Well, at that point, you wouldn't want to reinvest every single day. You'd want to hold that and reinvest at this next level of 1,010. Why? You know, if you're new to this, why? Because at 1,010, you get the reinvestment back, your capital back, in a shorter time, 179 days, or 239 days for that third tier, for the 1,010 to 5,000. You're going to get your money back a lot faster than the smaller amounts, and you're going to get a 0.1% interest rate guaranteed and bumped per day. So it makes sense to stop, but not too early, because if you automatically just, well, I'm going to invest $100 and I'm going to wait until I have 1,010 to do the first reinvestment, you're going to miss way too much time. I mean, let me see. If you wait until you got 1,010, let me just see how long it takes. You can see in the bottom there, it's adding these together. Alright, it's going to take you 274 days to add up to 1,010 reinvestment. So you'd be missing out on 274 days of reinvestment. This for you would still show that you only have $100 invested, and you would now have 1,010 invested in here. So it throws it off. It takes way too long. Some of the other accounts, if you start with 1,010, the second tier, in that case you're gonna be able to do it a little quicker. So you're gonna want to wait until you get up to $100 a day, $90 a day. So you're gonna want to wait the 200. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. You know, with the smaller numbers, it doesn't work as well. So if you wanted to wait, you could wait. It really doesn't start to make a big difference until you're in the bigger tiers. So if you're in if you put in 5,010, let's say, so at 5,010, you're instantly going to start off at 55. You know, at 9.9%, you're going to start off at $55 per day. So in this case, it would make sense for you to wait, because for you to wait until you get to 1,010 is not going to take long. 1,010 happens in only 19 days. So instead of making a whole bunch of these smaller loans, you're better off to wait the 19 days and do a reinvestment at 1,010. So this really is only going to affect the more advanced BitConnect people that have, you know, larger investments in the accounts. I mean, like I showed you before, you could build up to this, but really this is more of an advanced or secret to the accounts. You know, so if you put in 5,010, then you would want to wait. If you put in, or grow, I should say, until 10,010, then you want to wait. I would still be doing, if I did 10,010, you'd be making about $115.12 per day. So in that case, I would wait, and I would start doing $1,010 reinvestments. Oops. Alright, so if you put in $1,010 reinvestments, you'll see it'll just hold your lending wallet until you get up to 1,010, and then it's going to make your loan. So if you started with 10,010 and you waited, it would only count you 9 days to get to the $1,010. So you'd automatically get that, and you get the extra 0.1% bonus. Alright, so then every once in a while you'd be getting that, and then what I would do with this one is wait. Once I started getting up close to, you know, maybe $500 a day, something like that, $400 a day, this is going to be more of a personal preference on this one. But if you waited till you got up to $500 a day, which would be around 153 days, then I would start to wait until I got up to 5,010. So I'd be at the next tier. So then again, you'd be at 10 days to get up to that, and then I would stop doing this, and I would start doing $5,010 reinvestments. You know, so that's the big key in this. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait too long. You want to make sure it's a reasonable amount, that it doesn't take more than, you know, 10 or 15 days to reach whatever level you're at for the next one. If it takes longer than that, you're wasting interest and you're wasting too much time. So it's, like I said, it's more of an advanced secret, more of an advanced BitConnector. You have to have some decent money in. It's not going to really affect you too much if you only have $100 in lending, but the bigger amounts, as you start really gaining interest in the accounts, sometimes these different little things can help you save and actually make you grow some decent money by just waiting. And I mean, in this case, instead of getting a $500 loan where you would just get the basic interest every day, you're going to instead wait until you get a $5,010 loan, and you're going to get the interest plus 0.25, plus you're going to get your money back in a much shorter period of 179 days. You know, and then once this keeps growing again, you know, if you get up near, you know, $800, $900 a day, then you're going to want to wait and start reinvesting at 10,010. You know, so you want your whatever amount you're at to reach the next level of reinvestment, you don't want it to be more than like 15 days. So in this case, it would take, once you're at this level here, it would only take you 11 days to reach it. So you know, each tier you're at will change what your goal is, but if it's going to be more than 10 or 15, 20 days to reach the next tier, then you're better off just reinvesting every day. If it's something that was within reach in 10 or 15 days, if you held it for those days, you'd be able to reach the next tier of reinvestment, then you're better off holding it a little bit and getting the extra tier bump. So that was just a real basic information. If you guys need this spreadsheet to mess around with it, you know, I could send that to you guys, no problem. You could put in your whatever your initial investment is. You could put in what your goal reinvestment is, your initial reinvestment. So in this case here, see, this one won't reinvest anything until you get to 1,010. So if you waited until you got to 1,010, I just want to show you how long it takes. I don't know if this will go that far. No, it didn't even make it. So if you're at the $100 initial reinvestment, it's going to take you way too long to wait. But let me just go back to the beginning. If you do your initial reinvestment at 10, the minimum, then you'll start to see this account grow. Let me get that in. Oops. Fat fingers today. Okay, so if we change that, then you're going to see it's going to hit to $10. You can see the lending wallet building up, makes it a loan. This changes from 100 to 110, and so on and so on. So that in this case, you would want to wait. You can see the amount building up here. Alright, now you're making $10 almost every day. Now you're getting the 20s in here. Then you're in the 40s, 30s, 50s. And then you could put in, it doesn't have 1,001, but you get the idea. So then once you're in halfway through the second year here, then you could start looking at your next tier. So if you're at 80, 90 bucks a day, to get to 1,010, you're right in that sweet spot. 13 days to get to 1,070 reinvestment. So that's just a more advanced tip. Like I said, I just want to go over that with you guys a little bit. I don't want to confuse the newcomers. If you're brand new to BitConnect, you might want to watch some of the earlier videos just to kind of even know what's going on here. But for the people that are in BitConnect now, or you know, kind of know what's going on, this is kind of like the more advanced ways that you could play it. You know, like I said, just when you're doing your reinvestment, it's going to make a huge difference, and not leaving your money into the lending wallet for too long. If the investments in the bitcoins and BitConnect coins are going in an uptrend like they are now and in a foreseeable future. But that's pretty much it for now. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video just to let you know some more advanced tips and tricks and secrets, whatever you want to call it, on how to do BitConnect a little bit more efficiently. But if you guys have any questions, of course, email me. It's donkeat@gmail.com, donkeat@gmail.com. And if you guys like these videos, if they help, you know, if you like them, don't like them, just let me know. I really appreciate if you hit the thumbs up button, you like it, and if you share it. Other people can find the channel that way, and that's the only way that we can grow. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the email, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I really appreciate it. Thanks.